Friday night. We're at the fantastic Matau right the way on top of Liverpool, it feels like. Very good indeed. It is brilliant here. It's an absolutely drop dead gorgeous. That's why I'd say we get some cutaways or something. It is the business being out in Matau. Good stuff on draft as well, but on the Asahi, 70-30 for me and Johnny, whereas Pete and Mike have gone in with the 100% raw. They've gone all the way, but we're on the 70-30s. That's what we've got used to. We're going to talk about midfielders. We're going to talk about the fact that obviously Henderson's gone. We're not going to go into that anymore now. Fabinho looks like he's going as well, Pete. It looks like Lavia is coming in ASAP for Liverpool. I've written an extended email today about how many midfielders do Liverpool need. I was having a pint with Phil Blundell last night. He feels as though there's an argument that you stop after Lavia. Do you think they need one more if they get Lavia in?
I think most certainly. Most certainly we need one more. And I think, listen, we can all say how much notice we take of friendlies. To me, it's more of what happens in certain moments in the friendlies, and I think the first half the other day we looked very in control and it looked like a normal Liverpool display. You took some senior lads off in the second half and it was all over the place. It was like a basketball game. And how many times do you see that in a season when you're relying on young lads? They can look brilliant and you think, do you know what, this is the start of something here. And then development is inconsistent, and that's what we all need to accept. So Lavia might come in and he might play 10 great games, and then he might have 2 bad ones where he loses his head. He needs to come off the team for a game or 2 or a couple of weeks or whatever. And you need someone with a bit of old heads. And
is that not why you play Thiago though? Because Thiago is that old head you describe, and I think we keep forgetting Thiago's like won everything you can win in the game.
Yeah, absolutely, but we've also got to remember, and listen, it's a tired line now, isn't it, saying that we can't really rely on Thiago, but how many times over the last few seasons have we said, we'll bring someone in at that moment, but he wasn't available. He wasn't even on the bench because they were in the treatment room or whatever. So, not to mention, it depends on what type of player you want, because Thiago isn't the most mobile. So if you're playing a Lavia who can get around the pitch, then...
But where you end up though, Pete, just again, I don't disagree with you, but where you end up is you're saying, all right, what I want is a lad who's got a load of experience, knows how the game works, who's very mobile, I hasten to add, who can get about the place. You're basically saying, well, should we just not buy Lavia then and buy another midfielder?
Do you know what? Maybe I've used the wrong word when I said experience then. I want a man. I want a 24, 25-year-old man. Steven Gerrard was 24, 25 when he won the Champions League in 2005. And I think when people keep talking about an older head, we lost Henderson, we're about to lose Fabinho, we're talking about bringing a Gary Mack in, a 35-year-old, a 33-year-old, even a 28-year-old. No, I'm talking about someone who's had a bit of life experience, and when life goes right, you're all right. So young lads are good at winning, but when they get knocked down, how do they respond? Now, if you look at someone like Jude Bellingham, he's beyond his years. I don't know about Lavia. I don't know how many knocks he's had and how he reacts. But when you're a man, you react differently than when you're younger. And that's why I want someone who's established in that sense. I don't even care if I've never heard of him before. Yeah. But a 23, 24, 25-year-old, someone like that, to come in and do the business.
Do you think they need another one, Mike, if you do Lavia? Presuming also Fabinho goes.
I think so, yeah, because we were talking about doing Lavia without really knowing that Henderson and Fabinho were going, I'd say. And that accelerated, and we need one. Like bare minimum we need one, and maybe Phil's argument might have been like because the shape's different now and it's not a guaranteed 3 in that middle, it's sort of a 2, and you can do bits in like maybe dropping Gakpo back into one of the 8s where you're like the more of a box shape in midfield, but yeah, I think I would do one purely because
one as well as Lavia.
Yeah, one as well as Lavia, sorry, yeah, because you don't want to. It's people saying there like you could have 10 games, great and sound, but the transfer window generally for Liverpool is done and dusted, and then that's for the season. Jürgen always makes this deal, doesn't he? He says if you're with us at X points in the pre-season, you're with us for the season. And there's been exceptions, hasn't there, over the past? Obviously, I think Coutinho is the obvious one that springs to mind, but generally that's the rule, isn't it? You're with us for the season, and you know you're going to give us that whole season. And I'd like to think that just a little bit of foresight, maybe, if we do a 19-year-old, you know, which is Lavia, isn't it? He's 19, only had really one season in the Premier League, but the promise is massively there. He goes to Arsenal, doesn't he? And basically is the best midfielder on the pitch for 70-80 minutes. Yeah. So that's fantastic. Get him in. But I think I would just like another one because it sort of felt like it's a bit out the blue, the Fabinho and Henderson one, and numbers-wise, we don't want to feel stretched.
YouTube, press the button, become a member of the Anfield Wrap from the heart of the city of Liverpool. The best way to enjoy all your Liverpool-based videos, everything you need, every single day. It is the Anfield Wrap.